You know, I have to say, this is like one of my favorite days here. It is our opportunity to honor great people and the great work that they do. And so today, I get that privilege to celebrate a number of individuals that have warranted this recognition over the course of the past year and all of the work they do. But we also want to recognize you because while we have a number of people we're celebrating today, there's no doubt that we couldn't do the work that we do, and Long Beach City College couldn't be the college that we are without the great people that work here. And you are that person. So we thank you. And we know someday your name will be up on this screen as well. So that we'll have the opportunity to honor you down the line. So let's applaud everybody because we all deserve a good, big hand. We're so fortunate with the work we do, aren't we? It's an honor to be able to serve in this capacity and serve our community in the way that we do and to help others be successful. There's nothing better than being able to perform in that role. So I'm grateful every day that I get to come to work, and especially because I get to come to work with people like you. So with that, let me just say we have a number of very important people here that I do want to recognize. We have several of our Board of Trustees. Let me start over here with Jenny Baxter from the 5th District. Jenny, right in this community. Thank you, Jenny. We have Doug Otto. Doug Otto, a long-term trustee. Thank you, Doug, for being here. And I understand Vivian is in the crowd somewhere. Vivian Malaulu in back. Yay, Vivian. So pleased and delighted that you have joined us today. I also want to make a quick announcement. I'm going to take this opportunity. I just sent out an email to everybody. Last night, the board approved an amendment to the Supplemental Employee Retirement Plan. And so the good news is that if anybody is 50 years old or older, you now qualify for the SERP, assuming you have 5 years with the district. And so if you're in that category, we have essentially expanded it from a criteria where you had to be 55. We're now saying you can be 50, but you must be CalSTRS or CalPERS eligible. This is mostly going to affect our classified employees. So if you happen to be in that group, we are going to have a number of sessions. Take a look at my email because it's all in there. We have group sessions, we have individual counseling sessions, we have an individual session with our own benefits department. And so we will walk through with you exactly what it means for you, and you can evaluate if it makes sense for you. And if there's anybody else out there who is sitting on the fence or questioning anything related to this opportunity, don't forget you can also reach out to Human Resources, and we'd love to sit with you and help you work through it and point you in the right direction. So take a look at my email, pass the word, and if anybody has questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us, okay? So with that, let me introduce back here Paul Creason, our Dean of School of Health, Science, Kinesiology, and Math. Paul, thank you, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you, Rose. Welcome, everybody. Really excited to be here. As Rose said, I'm the Dean of Health, Kinesiology, Science, and Mathematics. And this is a very special event and has been for many years because we are recognizing the faculty, staff, and administrators here on campus. This one's a little awkward for me, and you'll find that out why in a little bit. But here I am. I want to tell you a little bit about the renewal group that has been responsible for this since 1984. This has been an award that was created back then, and each and every year we've had this celebration here at Long Beach City College. And as Rose said, and I think many agree, it's one of the best celebrations on campus because it celebrates all that we do to support our students here at Long Beach City College. In your program, on the second page, you can see the Outstanding Colleague piece. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it is. It stands out because it's a coveted recognition because the recipients are nominated and selected by their colleagues and peers, as I said. One significant thing at the bottom is that over the past 34 years, over 1,000 employees have been nominated, but only 135 of them have earned this prestigious award. So it's quite a big deal. I'd like to recognize the Renewal Committee. You can find them at the very back page of your program. And the Renewal Committee, I'd like to stand up. They have been in charge of accepting the nominations and figuring out who is going to get the award. They threw a little wrinkle in it this year where they came in when we were figuring out who was going to get the award, and I'm running this committee, and Dr. Ramali walks in, and she says she's going to give us an update on that cyber incident, and I'm like, oh man, what now? And she turned and said, you're an outstanding colleague, and I was super surprised. But I'd like to recognize Camille Bolton, Laura Compion, Kathy Doles, Jessica Legault, Corinne Magdaleno, Jennifer Music, Laura Runtala, and Cece Sadler, who have done really great work. So let's recognize them for all that they do. And I also want to point out that we have a plaque here. Please come up and look at it after the ceremony if you're taking pictures or doing whatever. And it has all of the outstanding colleagues from back till 1984, and it's quite an impressive list. So with that said, I'd like to get things started. And the first thing that is going to happen is we have everybody that was nominated we'd like to recognize today. So your colleagues nominated you for this award, and it's always a really hard decision to make to get to the actual winner, but I'd like to acknowledge those who were nominated. And today they're going to get a certificate that we have for them at the back of the room. And Kim Anderson, Mike Barong, Debbie Bowens, Anthony Sear, Sonia de la Torres Iniguez, Rose Delgadio, Richard Dicker, Andrew Fuenmayor, William Neil Gailey, Mary Greer, Tim Heffern, Jennifer Holmgren, Tiara Hotra, Ariana Lay, Pat McKean, Deborah Miller-Calvert, Con Lee, Ramon Knox, Cantina Malinas, Heidi Noy Stevens, Elijah Sims, Stacy Smith-Clark, Jonathan Tejada, Jerome Thomas, Kong Trin, Annalisa Ridenour, Javier Villaseñor, and the IITS department, and I think we know why. A big round of applause for all those that do great work. And you can see what a large group from all kinds of different departments across campus. So there is great work happening all across our campus, and we should be very proud of that. And this is an opportunity for us to recognize those. So our first outstanding colleague is going to be introduced by Kathy Doles. Can I have Kathy come up? Absolutely.
Hello. This is one of my favorite days besides the first day of school as well, celebrating all of you. There's so many amazing people in this room. And I have the honor and privilege of introducing an amazing instructor here at Long Beach City College. So I'm going to read a little snippet, and then we're going to bring her on up because she's amazing. It was 1984 when Lois Barth retired from teaching math at Long Beach Unified School District. And how has she spent the last 34 years since retirement? Teaching math at Long Beach City College. 2 nights a week, she guides students through algebra at the PCC campus, and after a full day's work for the United States Customs Department. Did we say that she's retired? Did we mention that? Yes, she's still working. It's a case of mutual admiration between the straight-shooting Miss Barth and students and staff of the PCC campus. At the beginning of every semester, we look forward to cookie deliveries, and she shows us her appreciation for all we do for the students, and here we have an opportunity today to show her our appreciation because she's simply amazing. Students love her as much as staff does, admiring her traditional technique, patience, generosity with her time, tutoring between classes, and many Saturdays spent her own time on Saturdays helping these students succeed. We do have a couple of her students here to help celebrate with her, and I'm very grateful that you're here to share this day with Miss Barth. And on a personal note, I took 2 of your math classes many years ago, and yeah, and I did. Miss Barth wanted me to mention that I did pass both of those classes. But she has touched. I'm in awe of every single student that Miss Barth has touched here at the college, and I can tell you there are thousands and thousands of them. And again, she is an inspiration to this college, and we love her, and I am proud and honored to introduce Miss Lois Barth.
Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a sliding rule is for. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this
I have a little secret to tell you. They think I teach math. But my students will tell you that I really teach them you can do it. And they do it. That's all there is to it. You just have to convince them. But anyway, I have great students. You don't get extra credit for this. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Camille Bolton, and I'm currently in my 3rd decade of having the pleasure of working with Paul Creason. Yes, you heard me right. It was back in the day, in the 90s, where we both reported to Dr. Stan Frankus. And then in the new millennium, we worked together on a chancellor's office grant in radio television. It was then I noticed something about him. He just looks like he's some kind of like happy-go-lucky dude, right? And in many ways he is, but he's a lot more. And I have this running list of contradictions that I tease him with that kind of make up Dr. Paul Creason. He's someone you've seen on campus rise through the system, from a research analyst in the classified ranks, starting in '92, to the director of grants, and then as the dean of health science, kinesiology, and math for the past almost 10 years. Throughout these years, I've had the really tremendous amounts of fun with him, being his friend, but it's also been an honor to watch him become the leader that he is today. He speaks the language of education and pedagogy. I can't even say it, but he speaks it. He really with true command, but he also enjoys the good things in life past campus. His family and his sports and his friends, they're all cherished by Paul. And here's a little snippet of the many things that makes Paul an outstanding colleague in different ways. He's like multiple measures meets mechanical music, if you know that's a Rush thing that he's all into. He's like enrollment management meets muscle cars. He's a grant master. He secured a record amount of grant dollars for Long Beach City College. He meets, Camille, I forgot my wallet again. He's design thinking meets a fabulous Dodger fan. He's a doctor of education meets I will kick the butts of my intramural and softball opponents. He's the dean to the largest school on campus meets, can you spot me this week at the bistro because I got you next week. He's the guy who makes it look easy, but he's also the last to leave the office at night. As Moises says, he's not the guy who pulls people from burning buildings because he's the guy who prevents the building from burning. He's the person I count on to explain the difference to me between Title V and Title V. Good? He's the colleague I count on to cancel his plans at the last minute when I need him to introduce a student who's just won an important award. He's the friend who cheers all of us up when things might not be going our way. And he's been a mentor to many. including Moises and, oh gosh, Cindy and Jamie, so many who nominated him today. They appreciate that his focus is student-centered leadership, and they appreciate your innovative approach to teaching and campus projects. So yes, I've joked this morning with a few things about him being a little frugal. He's totally frugal. But one thing he isn't frugal with is his time and dedication when it comes to Long Beach City College. This is only a fraction of what I wish I could say about Paul, especially considering I didn't nominate him. You know, I was on the selection committee. So he was nominated multiple times by his colleagues. And they all voiced their gratitude and their admiration and fortune for getting to work with somebody of your caliber. So, ladies and gentlemen, my ride or die dean, Dr. Paul Creason.
In my head, shifting and drifting, mechanical music.
That was mechanical music. Do you guys hear that? If you don't know it, Spotify it later. You'll have a good time. Truly an honor. I was really surprised. First of all, I'm really happy that Lois made a short speech because I'm in charge of run of the show here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to follow through on that, so bear with me. I'm humbled by this award, and thank you, Camille. I have many close friends at LBCC, and Camille is at the top of that list. Our daughters, Julia and Amelia, were born 2 days apart. So I tell people we had babies together. They're very confused. And then I say it was harder on her than it was on me, and they look at me quizzically, but it was. Long Beach City College means so much to me. I have worked here for 26 years, and I've had the pleasure of working with so many great people. Those great people who have helped shape who I am today. They have been mentors, co-workers, and those I look up to, incredible staff who make LBCC a special place day in and day out. If you know me, you know that I value each and every employee and position at this campus. We all work hard to make the best experience for our students. I truly believe we are all one team here at Long Beach City College. Education is a special place to work, especially at a community college. It is where I got my start. I'm so proud of the role we play each and every day. As Dr. Romali says, we change lives. What job can you have and know that you're doing something so positive for so many? I am proud to accept this honor from my colleagues. It means so much after a long career here. This award is special because you're nominated by your peers. I'm very proud that both faculty and staff nominated me for this award. It couldn't be a better feeling than to know that you have the mutual respect with your coworkers, your peers, and those you work closely with. We have accomplished a lot. I'm so lucky to have landed at this college. When I look around the crowd, I see the past, the present, and the future. I see those that have mentored me, supported me, and helped me in countless ways. I also see those that I have mentored and helped. The future is in good hands at Long Beach City College. I am proud to be part of the past, the present, and the future. We get things done here at Long Beach City College. We are a national model, and we're well respected in the state. I'm thrilled to be a part of such a successful college. I really do bleed Long Beach City College. Well, I also bleed Dodger blue, if you know me, so red and blue and black. The thing that's been most special the entire time have been my relationships with all of you. I want to give a shout out to the people of the School of Health Kinesiology, Science, and Math. Where are you? They're truly amazing and they make me look good every day. I'm a proud Viking, and being an LBCC person is so much a part of my personality. Just ask my family. Each of my kids grew up with Long Beach City College. They're sitting over here in the third row. They've been to sporting events, theater and dance productions, summer camps, spring sing, mini Grand Prix, science night, and they've even had their bedrooms taken over when I was the Tong advisor for 10 years and we had events at the house. Anthony, who's 30 years old now, used to come to work with me and attend our summer sports camps. He went to community college and graduated from UCLA. He is a Viking at heart. Julia, not to be outdone by her brother, participated in cheer and sports at the Long Beach City College summer camp. She was a dominant high school and travel softball player. She just graduated from San Francisco State and got a job, every parent's dream. She still wears Viking gear and is wanting to tell anybody who asks how valuable community colleges are. Sarah, who's also in the third row, raise your hand, Sarah, I got a little bit about you. She's graduating high school in about 2 weeks, so congratulations, Sarah. Sarah used to play the secretary game in my office. My paper clips have never been so well organized. She also did summer sports camp and learned how to do a float serve here at Long Beach City College on her way to becoming a travel volleyball player. She used to play teacher in the classrooms in the summer when they weren't occupied. Gone are those days, her being so young, and us not having classes in the summer. Don't worry, Dr. Romali, we're working on that. They will be filled. Sorry, Sarah, no playing teacher this summer. Sarah is going to be attending Long Beach City College this fall. I can't wait. She can. I also want to acknowledge my parents who are with us today. My father, Stephen Pappy Creason, taught me the value of education and the joy of sports and team. He's even come to watch us play in championship intramural games where we, yes, won against our students. My mother, Barbara Valencia, and stepfather, Richard Campos, taught me that a solid work ethic will get you where you want to be. They were great examples. They said, work hard and good things will come. Well, they were right. The good things that came include my educational accomplishments and working at Long Beach City College and loving what I do, changing lives with truly the best people at any workplace. What a team. Thank you to all who have nominated me. Thank you to all who work with me. Thank you to every department on our campus. We are truly a team. One couldn't be more proud of what we've accomplished here at Long Beach City College. Go Vikings. Thank you.
Paul, while they take pictures, I have to tell, I must confess, I was remiss in not introducing our superintendent president, Dr. Reagan Romali. Reagan, we're so appreciative of you being here today, and I think most of you know her, so thank you.
Next. Have these two. Everybody knows these two.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. With me is the one, the only, accept no imitation, Cici Sadler, instructional technologist.
Good morning also. This is Jorge Ochoa, Academic Senate President and Horticulture Faculty. Since 1984, nominees for Outstanding Colleague have been solicited from the college community. This prestigious award has been given to 135 colleagues for their contribution and services to Long Beach City College.
So in the audience, if you have received an Outstanding Colleague Award, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Today we are presenting the Outstanding Colleague Award in the category of faculty. The faculty that have been nominated for this year go from an instructor, from a new instructor to one who is retiring this year. They include an alumnus who now runs an essential innovative program and an instructor who has recently made difference as a department head.
So, in the category of Outstanding Colleague Faculty, the nominees are
Debbie Bowen,
Richard Dicker,
John Downey,
William Gailey,
Tiara Hotra,
Pat McKean,
Heidi Noy Stevens,
Annalisa Reidenauer,
and Javier Villaseñor. This is exciting, Cici. I wonder who's the winner. The envelope, please. And the winner for Outstanding Faculty is John Downey.
So, it's not easy to go from the classified ranks to full-time instructor. I can only think of a few people who have done so. Perhaps John Downey's robust, authentic, and enthusiastic sense of true inclusiveness comes from his experience as being classified first, or perhaps it just comes from his own personal sense of integrity. He's always there in the background to make sure things are going well. A colleague said, "I have never seen anyone herd kittens like John." He's an example for all of us.
So, ladies and gentlemen, may we present John Downey.
So the dating game, that was something I invented for Lead Academy. Actually, for a bunch of things, which we had a lot of fun with. Finding out first thing today is that I was hired the same year that the renewal group started, late in 1984. Oh, sorry, you can't hear me? Sorry. I think kind of funny is that I wasn't actually, when I graduated from high school, I thought, okay, you get those tests that tell you what you should go on to, and mine said veterinary school. I was going to be a veterinarian. I said, yes, that's what I wanted to be. Okay, I said, and at least I won't be a teacher. So, like many people who change their minds as they go through college, I actually applied to veterinary school and thought, well, while I'm waiting, I might as well get a job. So I just happened to, I hate to say it, stumble upon Long Beach City College, and it was a full-time classified teaching position, which is now kind of illegal. But anyway, but I got great exposure right away because I happened to teach swing shift from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And of course, a lot of departments, you're the only one there. So I got thrown in. I got 1 hour of how to, work with students, and then they said goodbye. And we know that sometimes happens. So I kind of learned as I went. But I think a lot of us kind of do that. We learn as we do our job, and the thrill of it all for me is that in teaching students, I find that I just learn so much more, and it's my need to learn and teach and facilitate their learning that's kind of really kept me going here. And then besides that, the friendships that I've made across campus, I hope, has kept me so involved, not only with Foundation. I spent a lot of years with Foundation, working with the Foundation. The 85th anniversary was one big highlight of my period, so thank you, Jenny. Working with HR a lot as a classified person and doing a lot of professional development on that scene. And then as faculty, going into faculty professional development, Jerry, as you know now. And then academic senate, assistant president for many sentences. But I've loved it all. And I think one big thing is that I've been able to work with staff, fellow faculty. I work closely through assistant president of the Senate with department heads, with deans, and with administration. So to me, I just get to work with so many different people, and it's kind of the thrill of being here. I know one faculty, a newer faculty last week asked me, well, why do you do so much? And I said, well, it's easy to be here for your job. You know, you can work, you can teach, and be gone. But it's only if you really immerse yourself in the culture and you get busy, so to speak, that it kind of enriches your life here. And so she kind of liked that. But anyway, I would like to thank the Renewal Committee for this honor, and fellow recipients, and everyone who's receiving service pins and awards and everything today, because it's all about us, isn't it? I didn't mean just us, but the wide collective us. Also, thank you to the Senate exec, which has helped keep things going for us, and especially Jorge Ochoa kind of leading us on. And also, I had the great pleasure, Dr. Linda Gordon, past faculty, 12 years, did you say? Wow. So I keep in touch with all our past faculty in our areas because we have a lot to learn from them too. So anyway, thank you.
Good morning. My name is Emily Barrera. I'm here to introduce a very special colleague that was nominated for the Outstanding Colleague Award. She is highly dedicated to and very familiar with many aspects of the college. She's always willing to help anyone who needs it by answering questions, walking a student around on campus, or doing whatever's needed to keep the college moving forward. She is extremely thoughtful as she remembers birthdays and astrological signs, brings gifts and cards, and is a great party planner for graduations, weddings, retirements, and new babies. She has a knack for bringing people together and for handling difficult situations with tact and professionalism. She loves to laugh and can find humor in the everyday things and the craziness that sometimes ensues here at Long Beach City College. She's passionate about helping students by meeting them where they are. She loves baseball, the Oakland A's to be exact, and I recall a few times she came in bleary-eyed with an extra-large cup of tea because she stayed up late to watch the end of the A's game. She's our proverbial cat lady, hence the ears. She loves all things cats, cat jokes, cat pictures, cat mugs, and yes, real cats. She is a caring mother to her adorable 2-year-old son, Richard. She is a modern woman Viking and someone that learning and academic resources and now IT has had the pleasure of working with. I present Laura Rantala.
I want to know where my cat ears are at. morning, everyone. Wow, so this award has been a combination of feelings for me. It's been a true honor, and I am very humbled. I know I realize they all have cat ears on, that's amazing. But I have been slightly overwhelmed too, and I'm sure I've been at least 20 shades of red through this whole process, but I am so very grateful and honored. So I want to start off by thanking the individuals who took the time to nominate me. That in and of itself means a lot. The 3 individuals who nominated me are people I have so much respect for, and they do amazing things at this college. So to be recognized by them is such an amazing feeling. So thank you, Shelley Barnes, Emily Barrera, and Hussam Cashew. Very much so appreciate it. I want to thank the renewal group. I know the decision is never an easy one. I know that firsthand. And in case you're doing the math, I did not vote for myself. I was also surprised when Paul Creason was surprised, and I am very grateful to our group for considering me. Receiving the Outstanding Colleague Award has caused me to do a certain amount of reflection on my time here at LBCC. I've been here for 7 years, and I have to admit, I feel that I have won the jackpot not once, but twice, in terms of the departments that I've had the opportunity to work with. And that's a rare thing, because I've been on the flip side of that before. And so that's something I'm very grateful for. And I want to acknowledge those departments, because the people in those departments are the ones who make me who I am. They inspire me, they encourage me, they motivate me, they make me laugh, they wear cat ears. I mean, it's great. My first 6 years here at Long Beach City College, I got to spend in the Learning and Academic Resources Department, also known as the LAR Department, or LAR. The individuals, both past and present, who make up that department are some of the most amazing human beings I've ever met. People with a heart of gold, intelligent people who are here for all the right reasons, who are here to support our students, meet them where they're at, and help them achieve their goals. And I am very proud to have been a part of that department. You guys are always my family. You keep me laughing. And then about a year ago, about this time, I learned that I was going to be the manager for a student technology help desk here at Long Beach City College. Something that didn't exist quite yet, at least in that formal setting, but soon would. And soon would be something that I would have the great opportunity to put my heart into and my energy into and my time. And I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity. And it's an opportunity that has allowed me to collaborate with so many of you, and that's been a really great experience for me. I want to start off my IT side of the house with thanking Sylvia Lynch. Thank you for having the faith in me to take it on and for supporting me through the process. Also, thank you for submitting an equity grant, because without that, we wouldn't have a student technology help desk. And I also want to thank Student Equity for continuing to support us. Thank you. So that brings me to my second department, the Office of Online Learning and Educational Technology. Last year about this time, I took a leap of faith and I left my happy, comfy home in the LAR department and put all my belongings on a cart and got in the second floor of the L building elevator and made the long journey to the first floor of the L building. And that was a tough move for me, but that was a great journey, and thank you, Jonathan Tejada, for removing my refrigerator. And I want to thank the individuals who make up our department. We're a small but mighty group under the division of IITS. So Jonathan Tejada, Monica Moravik, Cece Sadler, Wendy Lopez, Melvin Cobb, and Hussam Cashew. Not only have you accepted the Student Technology Help Desk and all that came with that, and I know that made changes in the department, but you accepted me and all that comes with me, which is an office full of plants, a lot of cat stuff, as you can imagine, Oakland A's bobbleheads, lots of cups of tea, and random outbursts of laughter. I do appreciate you for accepting me for just who I am. Hussam Cashew, thank you for your leadership in our department, and thank you for supporting me. You've been my sounding board, you listen to me when I rattle on, and you've been my navigator through this help desk process, and I do appreciate that. Last but not least, my Student Technology Help Desk team. My team is made up of students from right here at LBCC, and they are nothing short of amazing. Each one of my team members, woo! Each one of my team members inspires me in a very different way. And I am very proud of what they've done. They've been with me since the launch, and they know what our students need and what they deserve because they themselves are students. And they're not afraid to tell me, which I really appreciate. And I ask them all the time, what should we be doing in this area? And they're always great to come to me with advice and different perspective. So I do appreciate that. I'm very proud of them, and I'm proud of what we've done so far, and I look forward to seeing what we're going to do in our future. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up with a quick quote. It's a quote by Steve Jobs. Ironically, technology, not intentional. I just really appreciate his philosophy and what he did on his time on Earth. All right, so the quote is, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what it is that you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know it when you find it." And I have truly found it in working with our students. It's something that I'm so appreciative of, that I found Long Beach City College and I found this calling. And I just want to say thank you one more time, collectively, for honoring me and putting the spotlight on me, little old me, for just doing something I absolutely love. Thank you.
We have the pleasure to introduce the hardest working guy in showbiz.
That's it?
No, there's more. Oh, okay. I forgot. I should write this stuff down. Jerome is appreciated not only by faculty and staff, but even students. He has a special piece of bling that was constructed by the students of the metal fabrication department. I can't read that anyway, I have my glasses. Under the supervision of Robert Johnson, as we know.
Yes.
Okay, so that part's done. And this is unusual for this event, I know, but the students wanted to make sure that everybody knew what a great contribution Jerome does in publicizing the programs and how much fun the students are actually having on campus as they go through these programs. So this is a very unusual award, and I'm very proud for him. I'm very proud for us that he.
Well, actually, the way I take it is, it's an award for him to put up with you all these years. For those of you that don't know Fred, living with the smell of pickled herring coming from his office, as well as the year that the rat died under his office, and the way that he took care of it was to bring in the worst smelling perfume possible. So this is actually an award just for pure perseverance. But seriously, so are you done, by the way? Okay. I want to tell you a few things about Jerome that you may not know. He loves rainy days. He used to support a huge afro. He was born and raised in Detroit. He went to, first of all, he went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. Yeah, yes, Roll Tide. But then he transferred to an historically black college, Alabama State, where he graduated, and he's very proud of that fact. He then transferred to the very prestigious Cal Arts in California, where he received his MFA in film. He's, I may be a little prejudiced, but I think he's a brilliant photographer, filmmaker, director, writer, producer, editor, and the list goes on. Sorry. we are so grateful. The college, we've all been working together a long time. When he came in here in 2005, I've been so fortunate because I've gotten to know him, and I consider him not only an employee, but a colleague and a friend, as well as family. And speaking of family, I know your mom and her spirit is here today, and I know that she is dressed in her beautiful hat with her matching fur jacket and purse and pocketbook and heels. And she's proud of you and loves you just as much as we all do. I'm so proud of you, Jerome, and I love you. So, without further ado, we present to you the Hoochie Coochie Man. Hit it, Myra!
Got a blackhead bone, got a mojo too.
Wow, what an intro. For those who don't know, that was the American blues man, Muddy Waters. Wow. I am so thankful for being here and being honored today. Yes, this is still a little bit of a emotional time for me, having lost my mom a few months ago, or about a month ago, I should say. Oh, by the way, she's here though. Yeah, there she is. So, whenever I'm given an opportunity, I like to always start by saying that all that I am and all that I hope to be, I owe to my mother. I didn't mean for it to go like this, I'm sorry. But, okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. I was caught off guard by the one and only President Romali. I was thinking I was taking pictures of someone who was going to be honored to receive the Colleague Award, and I was getting ready, and she turns around and says, "Mr. Yu, Jerome." And that really shocked me, but it also humbled me as well, and I'm just thankful. Whenever I am recognized by my peers or by anyone for what I do, I take it very seriously, and I'm so proud, and at the same time just excited, and at the same time very, very, once again, humble. Thank you to the committee who selected me this year, and also to everybody out there who came up and said congratulations to me, even though they, I think, thought I was Jimmy getting the classified. I took it though. I said like, thank you very much, classified employee of the year. Thank you, thank you. I didn't tell them I was outstanding. I said, I just roll with it. But thank you so much for the persons also who sent me emails and what have you of congratulatory remarks. That really meant a lot to me. I'm very, very thankful for that. Let me tell you how all this began, how I got here. I was working at UC Irvine, kind of doing the same thing I do now. Yeah, my UCI brother back there. Huh? Go Anteaters? Kind of doing the same thing I do now, but a little bit more on the production side, technical side. I was in charge of making sure that the studio and everything like that for the performing arts area of the college, the university, ran properly. So I was kind of getting burnt out with that. And every now and then I would go visit a couple of friends of mine who lived on this side of town. I lived over by, at that time, off of Broadway and Redondo, over by Cocorinos. Anybody Cocorinos?
And so I would drive by here, and I would look over at the college, and I'd say, man, wouldn't it be cool if I worked there? I wouldn't have to do that long commute. That started like in 1992 when I started, or 91. I think it was like 25 minutes to get to work. And by 2004, 2005, it was taking me an hour and a half, hour and 10 minutes to get to work. So I said, wouldn't it be cool to work at Long Beach City College? At the end, I didn't know Long Beach City College. It said Long Beach City or whatever. And lo and behold, that was probably like in the early 2000s. And lo and behold, around 2005, I saw this job opening here, and I went for it. And I was blessed to have gotten it. And I had another job offer. I'm not trying to be all that, but it was for UCLA. And no disrespect to the UCs, but UCs, when I came here, I doubled my salary. So I'm just saying. So that was one incentive, but the other was to actually do what I love to do, and that's produce and create. And I've been so lucky to have had the opportunity to do that here and work with so many cool different people and do various projects and what have you around the campus. And that really, 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 really makes my day. Makes getting up, coming to work every day exciting. And every day I think like, what is it going to be today? What are we going to do today? Sure, there are some ups and downs, but we get through them. And there's also Fred. And no, Fred, no. Let me tell you something. I think people call me Fred now. And the weird thing is I respond. I don't know what I would do. I told you I was going to mess with you. But no, Fred has been just an awesome manager, awesome person. He was there when my mom passed and gave me words of encouragement and just let me lean on him when I needed to, and gave me enough time to actually deal with that effectively. And I just really thank him from the bottom of my heart. He's basically, the second or third day, let me know if I'm going over, because I won't, pay you no attention. Okay, good. So about the second or third day of being here, Fred came to me and said, I'm the manager of the area, but we're a team. We're in this together. And I said, wow, this is pretty cool. Even though I thought it was more people than you and me. I was like, it's only you and me? But it's been great. It's been really, really cool. 13 years, this is the end of my 13th season here. And I call it a season because, come fall, come summer, it's another season, And what's next, Boss lady over here, what can I say? An amazing woman. She teaches through act. She teaches through doing. And sometimes, I don't question it, first of all. I just sit back and let her do it. And the bad thing, that pisses me off is that when she's right. I say, doggone it, you're right again. But you've been a really, really consummate and professional and amazing person to work under. And I haven't said this publicly, but I thank you for being there when Mom passed. Thank you so much, because you understood what that was about. And that's it. Are there any other questions? Anybody else? Thank you.
Sorry about all the technical difficulties that happened during that. They were all up here. What a great group. Please give one more loud round of applause for our outstanding colleagues. It really is a pleasure to be part of that group. So, the next award we have on our program is the John and Sue Ann Rusch Excellence Award, and our esteemed President, Superintendent President, Dr. Reagan Romali, who has provided us with outstanding leadership. And as I said in my speech, we get things done at Long Beach City College, and we have a president that really helps us get things done. I'd like to welcome Dr. Romali to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Each year, LBCC nominates individuals who have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to teaching excellence and leadership for recognition by the League for Innovation's John and Sue Ann Rusch Excellence Award. I want to congratulate today the LBCC employees who are nominated for 2018 for this prestigious award. If you would please join me up here, Jennifer Holmgren, Director of Planning. Michelle Grimes-Hillman, Dean of Academic Affairs. Nicole Glick, Professor of English. And Margie Padron, Director of Business Support Services. The first individual I'd like to present the certificate to is Nicole Glick. The next certificate I'd like to present is to Michelle Grimes-Hillman. The next certificate I'd like to present is to Jennifer Holmgren. And last but definitely not least, I'd like to present the certificate to Margie Padron. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Okay, so our next award is the Distinguished Online Educator, and I'd like to bring up Dr. Hussam Kashu to acknowledge this award recipient. Hussam?
Thank you, Dr. Creason. It is my honor and pleasure to present today our LBCC Distinguished Online Educator Award because our college has an outstanding group of full-time and part-time faculty members who are dedicated to the education and success of our students. Many of these faculty members teach online, which is a domain that requires a unique dynamic of teaching, learning, preparation, and interaction. The purpose of this award is to recognize and honor online faculty members who have provided innovative and exemplary practices in their online courses, ensuring student equity and increasing student engagement and success. We would like to take a moment to thank this year's selection committee for their dedication, time, and efforts in supporting the quality review and selection process of this award. Thank you, Melvin Cobb, Berlin Cobain, Julie Fronken, Christine Moreno, Jennifer Music, and Shamika Simpson, sorry. I'm not sure if all of them are here right now. However, if you are in the audience, please stand and be recognized. And thank you to all our full and part-time faculty members for your dedication. This year, we have two recipients of the Distinguished Online Educator Award, Professors Allison Murray and Michael Robertson. I will begin with one of our recipient, Allison Murray, Professor of English in her online course, English 105, Fundamentals of Composition, using our learning management system, Canvas. Allison has taught at LBCC for 17 years as a member of the English department. During that time, she has served as a course evaluation chair for 5 years, the English majors and minors faculty advisor for 7 years, and is currently the English Department Awards Committee chair. She also is a CID primary reviewer for English and a trainer and mentor for the CSU's expository writing and reading curriculum, and a certified instructor in spinning, body pump, and CX Works. She just completed her 6th marathon, and up to until 2015, she was a complete novice in online instruction. A few highlights provided from the selection committee on Allison's course. Course is student-centered, addressing various learning styles, is very strong on learning support, providing access to students' resources and services, has a very strong plan for communications, provides proactive communication with students and opportunities to connect with the instructor and receive direct support, offers conferences to help students to not feel isolated in her online class. Student engagement is at a very high level in this course, and students seem to operate in learning communities. She has a good use of rubrics for assessments and much more. As we all know, certain subjects align themselves perfectly with online instruction, while others may not seem to. I mention this because we were highly impressed by her ability to take this subject matter, and successfully develop a high-quality online course that supports online student success and engagement. Please help me in congratulating Allison Murray.
Hi. Thank you so much to Hussam and to the committee who voted for me. As I said, as Hussam said, up to 4 years ago, I was a complete novice in online learning. I held some preconceived biases that it couldn't be robust, it couldn't be challenging, and it certainly couldn't meet the same expectations that our face-to-face classes do. And then I took 4 graduate-level courses in online instruction, and I completely changed my mind. And after meeting several of the students that are supported through this type of curriculum, I felt that this is one of the key components to meeting equal access to all of our students. And I've had the pleasure of working with students who are former professional athletes, students who are stationed overseas in the military, students who are stay-at-home moms, and a variety of other students who couldn't possibly complete their education without access to online classes. So I really believe in what we're doing, and I'm very honored by this distinction. Thank you.
We're going to make Allison stand there for a little bit while we do our second awardee. Hope that's okay. The recipient of, also as recipient of this award is Michael Robertson, Assistant Professor in Anthropology, for his online course, Anthro 2, Cultural Anthropology, using our Canvas learning management system. Michael Robertson began teaching anthropology at Long Beach City College as an adjunct instructor in 2013, having classes online and face-to-face. Although he taught part-time at several community colleges in the area, as a Long Beach native, he always considered Long Beach City College home. In 2016, Michael was hired as a full-time faculty member of anthropology and has greatly enjoyed his first 2 years. Participating in College Culture Fridays, Lead Academy, and advising the Anthropology Student Club has made him feel even more welcome to be in the LBCC family, and he looks forward to many more years to come. A few highlights provided by the selection committee on Michael's course. Course is student-centered and extremely well organized and designed. Great structure allowing for students to easily navigate the course. Is very strong on learning support, providing access to LBCC student resources and services, as well as resources for being a successful online student. Variety of assignment types, for example, film notes, are a great idea as a guide to help students understand and retain information and key concepts. Provides proactive communication with students and opportunities to connect and engage with the instructor. Has a great incorporation of rubrics and use of student feedback. Outstanding use of videos and lectures, which are closed caption and all meeting accessibility needs, and much more. In an online course, it is very important to promote a welcoming environment. Michael does an outstanding job of this with his introduction videos in his course and his weekly feedback videos to students. This not only promotes a welcoming environment, it also adds a humanistic touch, which is needed in an online course to support student success. Please help me in congratulating Michael Robertson.
Good morning, everybody. Wow. I want to start out by thanking Hussam and the entire selection committee. I know that's a lot of work, so thank you for taking the time and providing such wonderful feedback about my online courses. And also want to thank the entire IITS staff, Monica, Cece, Laura, John. Anytime I have a question, I call or email and just so quickly get that response to help me do my job better. So thank you for the continuing support. In other words, I very much enjoy teaching online. It's something that I plan to continue to improve as the years go on. I was just taking a trip down memory lane and looked at my first ever online course I taught, and I cringed. Because it's a constant process of revision, what worked, what didn't, and growth, and especially moving to Canvas, all the new tools we get to learn about. And it really is such a wonderful tool for reaching our students wherever they are. And one word that's always in my mind when I teach online is equity. How are we meeting our students online wherever they are and giving them what they need? And it's also my understanding that there is an all-online community college forming. I think it's fair that we give them some healthy competition, okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Hussam, and congratulations to our winners. Our next award is our Open Educational Resource Award. That award is going to be presented by Dr. Kathy Scott. Kathy Scott is our newly appointed Vice President of Academic Affairs. And she has a breadth of experience that she's bringing to Long Beach City College, and she truly cares about our students. So it's my pleasure to introduce Kathy for the next award.
Thank you, Paul. That was nice. And someone mentioned hitting the jackpot in one of their speeches, and I feel that I hit the jackpot when I landed here. Thank you to Dr. Romali and everybody who made that possible. Before I give this award, I just want to congratulate again some of the people who won in the academic affairs area. Paul Creason, congratulations. I'm in awe of how you manage the giant school that you have. I've been in the community college system for 25 years. I've never seen a school that big. So congratulations to him and to John Downey. I don't know where you are, John, but it's just such a privilege to work with you. You are so professional, such a kind person, and you were really nice to carry my plants from the horticulture sale to my car. That was other duties as assigned, but I appreciate it. And Lois, I'm in awe of you. You are fabulous. Wow. I was a basic skills math student, and it was a giant barrier to me ever completing school. And if I'd have had someone like you, maybe I would have got through earlier. And just a couple, and then the faculty, it was really nice to hear them talk about the things that they're doing to reach our students where they are. That was really gratifying, so thank you. And also the 4 fabulous women who won the Roche Award. Congratulations to the 4 of you. I've worked very closely with the 4 of you, and just fabulous work, every one of you. And I have to say something about Michelle. You know, when I got here, I didn't know anybody, no one. And then, actually, I did know one counselor slightly, but that was it. And then I learned that Michelle was here. And I knew Michelle a little bit because she traveled throughout the state. And I was like, Michelle Grimes-Hillman is here? Thank goodness, I'm going to be okay. And she has worked side by side with me, so thank you, Michelle. All right, now to the OER Award. If you know anything about me, I've been talking about OER since the day I got here, and it's really, really critical because textbooks cost so much for our students. I have a daughter in college, and she doesn't apologize to me very often, hardly ever. But every time she goes to the bookstore and purchases her books, she sends me a text and apologizes for how much is going to hit my credit card. And I'm serious. She feels badly about it. And I can afford to buy her textbooks. You know, our students can't afford textbooks. You know, how many of our students Google their topics because they can't afford to buy the book? How many of them go to the reserve library and check out the book and try to photocopy the most important pages? I mean, this is the world that we're in. And I'm very happy that we're acknowledging a faculty member who's just gone above and beyond in the world of OER. The person we are honoring today, she is a full-time instructor here at LBCC in the math department. She's right here, Simone. And she's been here since 2001, and she was an adjunct also prior to being full-time. And she tells me that she's taught pretty much every course in math from pre-algebra to calculus. And at a department meeting in fall, and I have to thank whoever held that department meeting, Moises, was that you? She learned how much her textbook cost. She learned that the textbook for her class, her pre-calculus class, cost $300. And she writes in an email, I found that to be outrageous. I find that to be outrageous. And so she decided that she would completely revamp her course so that she could make it an OER, which is an online free textbook for the students in her class. So there were 75 students in that class, and I did the math. It's kind of hard for me, but I did it. She saved the students this semester $22,500 in textbook costs. And if I count the class she's going to teach in summer, the classes she's going to teach next fall and next spring, we're looking at over $100,000 in saved costs by one person. And she's also taken the lead in the math department to work with other faculty to help them move their courses to OER. Because not only do you move your course, but you have to move your test bank, your exercises, whatever extra material. Sometimes those things don't exist and you have to create them. So she's doing that, she's helping other people, and you know how many math students we have. I mean, that could just have such a giant impact on our students. And so in addition to the money, it's all the students that didn't drop out. You know, how many people drop out because they can't afford the book and they got behind? So anyways, I am just extremely grateful to her, and I'm grateful for her commitment to this college. I understand she turned down offers from other colleges, but she wanted to be here. Good decision, thank you. But before I bring her up here, I'd also like just to thank everybody who's been supportive of OER. I really appreciate it. This Academic Senate, Jorge has been behind it. Thank you, Jorge, just been right there with me on it. The board has been supportive of OER, writing me emails. I appreciate that too. And academic services, I don't know if you know this, but now you can search, or you can search the schedule, I believe, by OER, so that our students they pick their classes based on their textbook and the fact that it's free. So anyways, I appreciate you listening to me for a minute because I'm really passionate about this. And if you didn't know about OER, now you know. But at this point, please join me in congratulating Simone Wynn for OER Instructor of the Year.
Thank you so much. Well, Dr. Scott pretty much summed it up. It all started with Moises, who did a little guessing game in one of our department meetings on which textbook costs the most. And we couldn't believe that it was the pre-calculus book, and it costed $300. And I thought to myself, not with me. No, it's ridiculous. And honestly, I didn't even really like the textbook that much. So there are textbooks which I love, not this one. So I used the winter break to get myself familiar with Canvas ahead of time, and thank you for Cece coming into our department and getting me a head start, and use the time during the winter break to research and find the best textbook that would serve our students and has the rigor and everything. And of course, I've had to add on my own rigor to it. But I'm just planning to keep on going and improve on this course over the next semesters, and hopefully start other courses, because I'm really excited about it. I'm really not good with computers and online stuff, but I really wanted to challenge myself because, as Dr. Scott said, I felt really, really bad for our students. I mean, when her daughter says, "I'm sorry for buying these textbooks," I'm thinking to my students, "I'm sorry for making you buy this textbook." So that's not good. So thank you very much. I'm really excited.
Our next, congratulations, thank you, Simone. Simone is from the math department, so I'm extra proud of her. And she's really leading by example. When you can do something like Simone did and talk about how you did it and in what a short amount of time you did it, and then, as Kathy pointed out, the financial ramifications and savings for our students, it's incredible. Well done, Simone. I'd like to bring Dr. Romali back because we have a very special award. It's Classified Employee of the Year, and some of you that didn't get Jerome's joke earlier will get it now. Dr. Romali.
I'd like to introduce someone that is very special to LBCC and very special to me personally. Before I have Randy Tutorp come up and make this very special presentation, I want to tell you a little bit about Jimmy Flowers and his character and your Classified Employee of the Year. I'll never forget the first day I met Jimmy Flowers. It was at our CPC meeting, and he said to me, "I don't care what you need, Reagan. I don't care if you need me to plant flowers. I don't care if you need me to mop the floors. I will do anything you need me to do to make LBCC better. Just call me." And I never forgot that, Jimmy, because you meant that. You weren't just saying that. You meant it. Your heart and soul, you pour your heart and soul into this institution, and we are so honored to give it back to you and recognize you and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being our Classified Employee of the Year. And now I'd like to introduce Randy Tutorp, who's going to make this lovely presentation and well-deserved presentation to you.
It's truly an honor to present the Long Beach City College Classified Employee of the Year Award, not just because it's in the athletic department, but this is a huge award. This award is part of a statewide program out of the Chancellor's Office. Long Beach City College's Classified Employee of the Year is also our nominee for this award at the statewide level. So receiving this award is a very, very big deal and quite an honor. To receive this award, the recipient must exhibit all of the following traits and characteristics. Motivation and interest in their job in the college? Yes. Play a leadership role within the college? Absolutely. Exemplify professionalism at all times? Definitely. I would like to honor the recipient by calling this individual up to the stage to receive the Classified Employee of the Year Award. Sorry, Jerome, it is not you. Jimmy Flowers, please come on up. Without reservation, I can wholeheartedly state Jimmy meets the award criteria impressively and many times over. Jimmy goes above and beyond the call of duty, but not only coming to work each day with an inspiring, positive attitude, but also strives to contribute to the college in many ways as possible. In addition to his regular busy job in athletics, somehow Jimmy is part of the Department Plan Evaluation Team, Classified Senate, the LEAD Academy, and the Leadership Alliance Academy. Suffice it to say, Jimmy is an employee with a high work ethic, ready to give 100% at all time, both on and off the clock. For example, Jimmy makes note of college student events and activities, not just in the activities within athletics department, but tries to attend as many as he can all over the campus. Jimmy believes this is important to do. He believes that this shows support to the college, support to his colleagues, and most importantly, support to the students. Jimmy goes beyond just supporting our students with a caring attitude, warm welcome, and encouraging words. He works hard to serve our students on a personal level and make sure their needs are met and they feel at home while at LBCC. Jimmy greets every student with a smile and asks how they're doing. If a student is in need, Jimmy is always there to support them. By approaching his work in this manner, he exemplifies admirable leadership on a daily basis, worthy of emulation. I would like to say to you, Jimmy, thank you for your commitment, your service, but most importantly, to your contagious, positive attitude. You truly understand and embody the mission of the college and serve our students. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for attending the award ceremony. It's great to just look around the room and just see how many outstanding colleagues we have. Because even though I'm receiving this award, it's really not about me, it's about we, first of all. You know, I just want to let Christy and Lauren, they're over there, you know, they could easily be up here. They do so much work behind the scenes. And, but I'm totally grateful, you know, that it is me. And so let's get that out there. And please don't call me Jerome because I'm not going to turn around. But it's kind of like everyone else shared. You know, I just think about my journey here at Long Beach City College. It started off in, believe it or not, 1985. You know, I just got out of high school, and I knew either I had to get a job or go into the service, and I really came that close to joining the service, but I'm like, well, let me try work for a while and see how that works out. And I just kind of stuck around. You know, I started in the facilities department, in the custodian department. I learned a lot. When you're in the custodian department, it teaches you a lot about humility because you have a lot to accomplish. A lot of times you're your own cheerleader at times. And, I just definitely learned valuable lessons. I just want to lift up the facilities department. You guys do a great job. And I want to just thank the president of the college, Reagan Romali. Basically, you have a lot of grit and you have a lot of determination about you. I love that. If you were a coach of a football team, that team, well, actually, I wish you was a coach of the Dallas Cowboys, but that's another story. And definitely want to lift up Randy. He's an athletic department head. But most of all, you could say Randy's my boss, but I also consider Randy my mentor and my friend, because he has this attitude of be proactive. You know what? Let's jump on things before they become a problem. And that has rubbed off on me. It talks about how iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens one another, and he's definitely sharpened me. I believe he's one of the best minds of the college. I definitely want to say thank you, Randy, for presenting me with this award. And definitely want to talk a little bit about some of the leadership academies that I've been able to join. I got to tell you guys a story. It's going to be short because I know, I don't want to be like, taking up too much time. But last night, I laid out all my clothes. I'm like, okay, let me lay out everything. I thought I was going to be able to bring my daughter, but she was like, Dad, I have a science test. So I'm like, So I'm like, you know what, kid, take your science test. But I had a dream that I couldn't find my shoes or my tie, and this went on, and for the people that don't know, Michael Robinson, he was in the Lead Academy actually with me, and I dreamed I was late. He had already got his award, and he kind of gave me this look like, dude, you missed my award. So I'm glad it was only a dream. I'm glad, I did wake up and, have my shoes and my tie. But just getting back to actually the Lead Academy, and this is definitely something you left the college. I've learned so much from the Lead Academy. I've learned just so much when we did the assessment. Just learned a lot about myself, definitely my center is a lot of blue, which explains probably a lot. But it also tells you, my mind is, I'm always trying to dream big dreams, but I realize in order to accomplish those big dreams, you need some people with a lot of red on them that understand the nuts and the bolts of the college, which, my Lead Academy cohort, they definitely helped me out. And then so that's definitely a great joy. I definitely will be grateful to you really for the rest of my life because it definitely helped me out. And then we had the Leadership Alliance. That's another leadership area that it just helped me grasp of, okay, I have a pretty good feel on areas that I need to grow. Matter of fact, I would just say this, I have such a thirst to grow. If anyone ever encounters me and just, if you see anything that I need to improve on, I'm an open book, please let me know, and I will work on improving that, because I just think, I've kind of like Jerome shared earlier, like my mom passed this earth and she left in 2010. And one of the things I learned from her is always seek to be a peacemaker. Always, try to go out and, be the leader. And sometimes leadership it can be lonely at times because you're the one trying to blaze a trail, and sometimes everyone may not have that buy-in, but if you keep persevering, eventually they will buy into it. So definitely would just say, Mom, yeah, appreciate the leadership that you definitely gave me, raising me. I know she's looking down. And most of all, I think the reason why we're all here is when we look out that window or when we walk down these hallways and when we see that 18-year-old student, I believe we see ourselves, to be honest with you. We see ourselves and we're like, yeah, if we pass that torch from one generation to another generation, we're trying our best to set them up for success. And we have some really exciting things going on at the college. A couple of months ago, well, actually last month, we had our Male Summit where we brought a lot of junior high school kids from the Long Beach Unified just to teach them some of the principles to succeed in this life. Paul Creason earlier, he was introduced. I took my daughter to the science night, and she said, "Dad, this is awesome." And but see, behind the scenes, that was a lot of work. But because these guys wanted to make this successful, I'm going to tell you, it was successful. Just to have those kids learning about science and all these things. At Long Beach City College, we're making it happen, you guys. And I put this college right up here, and everybody else 8 pegs below. So, that's how I feel, So with that, I will say thank you. I'm definitely humbled for this award. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Jimmy. I think you and Jerome need to give the next State of the College. That was amazing. We have a very special award that we'd like to present today, and this one is a surprise. The people in this room do not know that they are getting this award. About a month ago, we all woke up in the morning and we could not access our emails. And my first reaction was, yay. I'm ashamed to say, but it's true. Yay, I have a little bit of a break. And about 30 minutes later, I thought, this is no longer a yay. This is a uh-oh. And we had an IT incident, and yet the IITS team came together, and for every week since that has happened, they have worked around the clock, 24 hours a day. We had to bark at them to send them home. They would not stop trying to get everybody back online so that faculty, staff, students could have access to our systems. They showed such love and tireless dedication to this college. We are so, so deeply grateful to them. That IITS team, we would like to present you the Incredibles, the Hero of the Year Colleague Award today. So come on up. Congratulations to you, heroes. Thank you so much. We have a lovely, not only a plaque for you, but we have a wonderful gift certificate here that you can open and go have fun as a team. We are so incredibly grateful to you, but most of all, our students are grateful to you for getting us back online as fast as you did. 24 hours a day. You are Vikings with a capital V-I-K-I-N-G-S.
Definitely feeling the love in the room today. Thank you so much, IITS, and congratulations to Jimmy. What a great part of the program. So the next part is our LBCC Service Recognition Awards. However, I was sitting next to Professor Barth, and she leaned over to me and she said, "I'd like to say something." Apparently, she saw how long Jerome and I took, and she wants to say one more thing. And my mother taught me to respect your elders, so I am not going to argue about this. Here she comes.
I didn't want my students to get the idea that I'd suddenly lost my voice and started talking very little. But anyway, I've been dealing with the theft over the weekend, so I've been on the telephone Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and what day is today? Wednesday. And so I forgot all the things. But I do want to say how very, very honored I am to receive this award, particularly in place of the part-time people. Part-time people are very often overlooked, but they're the backbone of this college and have been for many, many, many years. And very rarely do they get something as popular as this as recognition. Thank you very much for honoring me in their stead. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Barth. Now I'd like to bring Rose back up to the podium to tell us a little bit about the LBCC Service Recognition Awards that we'll be going through next. Rose?
Wow, I'm so proud of everybody, and the awards are so well deserved. Kudos to all of you. Jimmy, you're a doll. I've always adored you. John, you too, and I can't think of everybody else, but all of you, you're just amazing people, and we're so lucky to work with you. It makes coming to work every day, like I said, just a joy. Before we move on to the service awardees, I do want to take this moment to acknowledge everybody who's participated in pulling this program together. It was kind of like Jimmy said, it's amazing, you know, the amount of labor it takes to put a program on, and all of you who've been involved in programs, and I think many of you are, know the work that goes into it. And likewise with this program, it's a whole number of individuals and departments that come together, and because we need to give them our due acknowledgement as well, let me just take a moment to go through the list, and at the end you can applaud. First off, we're extremely thankful to the Long Beach City College Foundation. They provided some grant funding to help us kick this program off. Human Resources is the department that sponsors service recognition and the program coordination of this program. The Renewal Group Committee, obviously they're responsible for outstanding colleague nominees and selection. Distinguished Online Educator Award Selection Committee, the Long Beach City College Open Educational Resources Advisory Team, and of course special thanks to our Facilities Maintenance and Operations, Instructional Media Production Services, Multimedia Equipment Service and Support, Culinary Arts, horticulture, and design and reprographics. Just a few departments out there to put this program together. We're forever thankful for all your efforts and the joy that you bring today to everyone here. So thank you. You can applaud now. So a little bit about the history of this program. It was about 10 years ago when we actually pulled all of the awards together under one program, which is today. Before this, it was disparate programs happening across the campus, and so we thought, let's put it together as one program so that we can have one day, one event, and acknowledge everyone at once. So here we are today, and as part of that program, we added the service awardees. Now, our service awardees are acknowledging the service that our employees bring to the college. So today we're going to acknowledge those who have given 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30, and we even have 2 people who have attained 40 years of service to the college, if you can believe that. Yes. Yes. So collectively, it's over 2,000 years of service to Long Beach City College. Now, a couple of years ago, we added the part-time faculty because, like Lois says, we recognize that they bring a tremendous service to the college. We have over 700 part-time faculty members who work with us every semester. And so we decided that we would, anybody who's worked 20 years or more as a part-time faculty member is on our list to get an award. I'm not sure if we have anybody here today. Is anybody here a part-time faculty member with 20 years plus? If so, I would ask that you, Lois, are you one of those? Have you been awarded before? Probably not. You haven't been here before. Well, let's take care of Lois today. But I want to bring up Kathy Scott, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, who's going to present the Part-Time Faculty Service Award. Kathy, thank you.
Okay, I agree with Rose that it's really important that we honor the work of our adjunct faculty. We simply could not function without them. And they care as much about our students as anybody else, and they are deeply committed to the institution, particularly those who have been here for 20 years or more. I'd like to read their names. I don't know if they're here because adjunct faculty are often teaching at different colleges. They often have full-time jobs, and they try to fit everything in, and it's a difficult life. So I'll name off the people here, and if they're here, I'd be very pleased for them to come forward. But if not, we completely understand. Jonathan Craddock, John Denman, Allison Hay Lavitt, Elaine Morton, Ron Petke, Victor Silva. Perhaps we could just give them a round of applause. And if you see them and you know them, please congratulate them. And Lois Barth, I'm truly honored to be able to honor you again for your 20 years plus service as... Are you liking this? Okay, we are going to get you a certificate, but we are very appreciative of you. Thank you. Sorry, but I haven't been through this before. Okay, now it's time to honor those who have 5 years of service, and we would like those people to line up, and we will read the names. Where are they supposed to line up, Rose? Over on this side, thank you. Okay, these are all the employees, all groups, 5 years. Roberta Maroney. Congratulations. And Benjamin Chase. Moises Gutierrez. Michelle Bowen. Let me see, who is this? Sylvia Lynch. Tilia Robertson. And who is this? Jennifer Holmgren. Kimberly Kasuga. Mark Smith. Elise Newgid. Chimin Wu. Ryan Paris. Mary Hegarty. Congratulations and thank you for your service.
All right, while they take their photo, can we get the tenure recipients lining up? Whoa, somebody hit the lights. Jean Carbonaro back there? Was that you? Yes. Way to get recognized, Jean. All right, moving on to the 10-year recipients. Let's start right here. Emily? You can go in front. Emily Barrera. Doris May. Elizabeth Gallardo. Heidi New. Scott Zuich. Conrado Duran. Rachel Kemp. Therese Wheeler. Sue Meyer. Nancy Ratsamy. Kay Kopp. Anthony Sear. Tracy Bejarano. Congratulations to you all. Jerome will now take your photo. And next up is Betty Miller.
If our 15-year recipients could line up, please. Set. Gloria Gonzalez Wilson. Helen Duran. Leah Flores. Sylvia Garcia. Brian Harvey. Susan Trask. Lisa Duckworth. Myra Aguilar. Jong Kim. Farcio Kotal. Congratulations to our 15-year recipients. And if Dr. Kim McGinnis would come forward. Kim is our interim vice president, Student Support Services. We'll be introducing our 20-year recipients.
Yes, if the 20-year recipients could please line up. Sean Dominguez. Nong Kong. Debbie Bowens. Melissa Martinez Acosta. Lourdes Thrift Viveros. Jennifer Musick. Cindy Baker. Ariane Lee. Maria Rubalcava. Brendan Hayes. Harold Foote. Jill Birdwell. Mara Pong. Patricia Bucho. Robert Johnson. Congratulations to our 20-year recipients.
Now we're getting into some serious years here. Okay, can I have the 30-year recipients line up? We have 6 30-year recipients. Let's see if they all made it. Looks like four of the 6. All right. So let's start with Phyllis Hall. Phyllis? I've known Phyllis since she started. That's a little scary. Till Ineu. Congratulations. Rotana Tim. Yes, congratulations. And lastly, Pat McKean. Pat, congratulations. We have 2 others who aren't here today, Cindy Jackson, Mike Morgan. Let's give them another big hand. Amazing. All right, outstanding, folks. Our last award goes to two people. And I'm assuming they're both here, but I know one of them is definitely. Can we? The two of you are here, yes. Okay, it looks like only one. But before we get to Fred, we also have Randy Harveston, who's our lead library technician in the library. And of course, we have Fred Rosmanak, our manager of instructional media, production and services, and Jerome Thomas's boss. Fred, come on down, congratulations.
Over 2,000 years of service. Isn't that impressive? Another big round of applause for everybody who works here. We are an impressive team, that's for sure. Well done. Before we conclude our ceremonies, and I'm going to ask Dr. Romali to come up and conclude everything for us, there is a person that we also want to recognize today before we end our ceremony, and she's going to be retiring this upcoming June, and that's Rose Delgadio, our Vice President of Human Resources. Rose, if you could come up, we have something. And Rose, if you need somebody to help you carry those flowers to your car, I know somebody that might be available. He's wearing a blue shirt over there. Thank you all for coming. Here's Dr. Romali to close our ceremonies.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out and showing support for your friends and colleagues. Today, we want to congratulate all of the winners. Thank you so much for being so much the heart of our institution. We love you, we value you, and we are so honored and humbled today to truly recognize you. I like to say we are not a hospital, but we do absolutely save lives. And so we congratulate you today, and we thank you. Go Vikings. Let's go graduate some students next week. Thank you.
But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography, don't know much trigonometry.